True media. Hey, check this out real quick. Don't lose yourself trying to make everybody else happy. See, some people ain't gonna never be happy. Some people ain't gonna never be happy. It don't matter what you give them, what you show them, where you take them, who you introduce them to, what they have, what they don't have. Some people ain't gonna never truly be happy. And don't lose yourself in the process trying to make somebody that's miserable turn into a bundle of joy, turn into a bundle of happiness, turn into a bundle of peace. Because you will lose yourself if you ain't careful. You will end up losing sleep. You will end up losing out on opportunities. You will end up losing out on good friendships and good relationships by trying to make other people happy, by keeping up with the wrong crowd. Some people ain't gonna never be happy in life. You know what I mean? Who knows for what? We never know for, it can be for any reason. And it don't matter sometimes what you give a person or what you take them or what you show them. They still gonna have something to complain about. We have certain people like that out here in life. You give them your all, you give them your last. You wish them the best. You put them in the best position to win and succeed. And they still be mad and complaining about things. And when a person is doing that, they have some internal issues. Just like you can't save everybody, you can't make everybody happy. And you damn sure better not lose no sleep trying to stay up at night by trying to make somebody else happy. Especially when they grown. That's their job. Your job is not to bring happiness into nobody's life. They should already be happy within themselves. They should already have joy and fulfillment within their own life. It's not your job to try to make nobody happy. Because a lot of us suffers from this shit. We be having spouses that we be trying to make happy. We be having friends and family members who we be trying to make happy. And that's not our job. That's not our job. That's very toxic. If you my girl and I tell you I love you, and I tell you the way you make me feel, I love the way you make me feel. I appreciate you from holding me down and rocking with me. And I'm showing you all the things to give you a good life for me and you. And you still ain't happy, it ain't nothing I can do for you. It ain't nothing else I can say to you or convince you that that I appreciate you. If you don't appreciate yourself, if you don't love yourself, if you're not happy with yourself, ain't nobody else gonna be able to make you happy. Ain't nobody else gonna get you to appreciate who you is. See, everything is self-inflicted. Everything is about self-improvement every day. We constantly should be in a state of self-improvement. It's not nobody else's job to make you happy. It's not nobody else's job to sit back and worry about why you pouting all day and why you complaining about things all day. That's why when we enter into relationships and these friendships, we need to be entered into people who we know that comes with peace, who have obtained some kind of level of peace and fulfillment within themselves. I shouldn't have to tell you you look good every 5 seconds if you're my girl. You should already know you look good. It's okay to compliment your partner. It's okay to compliment, for the women out there to compliment your husbands and things like that. But if that ain't enough to give people to see the brighter side of life and they always complaining about things, about which I ain't got, by where y'all ain't been, by how you don't spend enough time with them, by how the romance ain't the same like it used to be. They suffering from eternal issues because you can't make a person happy, man. They got to be already fulfilled within themselves. And sometimes you would lose yourself by trying to make everybody else around you happy, by trying to put a smile on everybody's face. And you mean well, and I understand you do, but sometimes you got to let go. You can't be out here holding on to dead weight. You can't be out here trying to fulfill people who's never going to be fulfilled. Uplift people who's never going to be uplifted, who's never going to put themselves in a position where they love themselves and they appreciate who they is as they self. You can't do nothing with people like that. And that shit'll be a burden on you. It become a burden on you because now every time you get with them, you'll be trying to look for something to do or to say to make them happy. And that shit can be a burden. That's why you have to stay away from people who complain a lot, people who's always in gossip, people who is not doing the work of self-improvement, people who's suffering from low self-esteem issues. Man, you can't be, I'm telling you, you gonna spend a lot of time trying to big them up and make them happy, and it ain't gonna never work. Everybody got flaws. Everybody got imperfections. Everybody has something that they wish they can change about themselves. Not everybody, but majority of the people have something they wish they can change about themselves. You got to learn how to live with who you is and love who you is. Stop trying to think that, you know, somebody's supposed to come along and make you happy. That's not how this thing works. They can be suffering and dealing with their own internal issues, their own flaws, their own imperfections. But here you is being selfish and you trying to cause the next person to go out their way to put a smile on your face, when you should be putting a smile on your face yourself. It shouldn't have to take nobody else to tell you you look good. You should already know you look good. It shouldn't have to tell you nobody. It shouldn't have to tell nobody else that you know you a good person. You already know you a good person. Do things that's gonna bring you fulfillment and happiness within yourself. Stop searching for it in the next person. If you're not in love with who you is, it's going to be hard for somebody else to convince you that they love you. It's going to be hard for somebody else to convince you that they appreciate you when you don't love yourself. And you can be a burden to other people's lives. You can be a burden to them, and you never know what they dealing with. They might be suffering from things that they don't want to talk about, but they trying to keep you happy and keep everything together in your life. You don't even see that. See, this is what the word narcissist means. Some people out here think the world evolve around them. The moment they don't get their way, they throw a tantrum. They fall out. And I'm telling you, you will lose yourself by trying to convince or hold on to, trying to make everybody feel whole and complete about themselves. That's not for you to do. You can always give people compliments and advice, but the rest is on them, man. You can't make everybody happy. You can give people money. You can give people cars. You can give people a higher credit score. You can move them into a different neighborhood. You could take them on vacations. And some people still ain't gonna be happy with that shit. Get around people who appreciate what you do for them, who appreciate you going out your way and showing them love, who appreciate that shit. Stop hanging around people who don't appreciate you. Stop hanging around people, man, who don't love themselves correctly, man. They always need for somebody to tell them where to go and how to look. Most people ain't happy out here. That's just the reality we living in. Whether it be due to finances, whether it be through childhood trauma, whether it be through family support, spousal support, whether it be through, health issues or health conditions or overweight or undersized or whatever it is. People have to learn how to live with their imperfections and their struggles and find peace within themselves. Don't be going out your way to try to convince people and trying to overdo things when it comes to you trying to make everybody happy. You can't make everybody happy, man. People wake up in the morning with bullshit on their mind. That's the first thing they wake up with. They wake up with a mentality of, who can I take from the day? Some people wake up like that. Some people, they wired like that. Who can I get over on the day? You know what I mean? And so I want y'all to kind of like haul in on this message, man. Don't lose yourself trying to make everybody happy. I had to learn that shit growing up. I had to learn that shit, man. That was one of the toughest lessons that I had to learn and face in life. You can't make everybody happy, man. You know, the best thing you can do is get around people who's already living a lifestyle from a standpoint of fulfillment and peace and happiness. And you're going to thrive with them people. You're going to thrive with them. Don't keep yourself laid up at night trying to convince somebody how beautiful and special that they is. And I ain't saying you don't have to give compliments or, give advice and things like that. But people should already know that about themselves. If they have low self-esteem issues and they suffer from low self-esteem, that's their fault. That's not your fault. Don't blame yourself for their imperfections and their insecurities. That's something internal. That's something that got something to do with them and the way they feel about themselves, not you. That ain't got nothing to do with you. How the next person feel about themselves ain't got nothing to do with you. How the next person see the world ain't got nothing to do with you. How the next person decide to make certain decisions and choices for their life, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Stay in your lane. Control what you can control. And stop going out your way to do the extra. It's unnecessary. And some people, man, they ain't gonna never find happiness in life. They gonna always find some shit to complain about. Always. That's just the way most people is. They're gonna always find something to complain about. Just when you think you got them figured out, just when you done gave them the world, just when you done took them to the city that they always wanted to go to, just when you done bought them a new house, a new car, just when y'all done went on a vacation to a place that y'all never been, you still end up seeing, don't none of that make them happy because they suffer from low self-esteem issues and they selfish. And they are narcissists and they don't care about nobody but themselves and they think the world evolve around them and it don't work like that. And this is what caused a lot of happy homes to be broken up. This is what caused a lot of business relationships to separate. This is what caused a lot of family members to be at odds with each other. Because it's people whose looking for the support of other people in a sense of making somebody else happy, or if somebody not making them happy, then that don't mean you love me. It ain't my job to bring you inner peace and inner fulfillment. That's your job to find on your own time. You feel me? That's your job to find that. That ain't my job. My job is to be a good person, give out good energy when I'm around you, and love you from a standpoint of you know, wanting to see you do your best. Even if it's your kids, man. Some people suffer with this stuff from their kids. They lose themselves trying to make their kids happy. They buying all this bullshit that their kids don't need. You're buying the latest Jordans. You're buying the latest gaming systems. You taking and putting your kids in all the events. And your kids still grow up and disrespect you. They still grow up and be an outcast. They still grow up and despise you. You can't lose yourself trying to make people happy. Your husband, your wife, your kids, your family, your relatives, your boss at your job, your co-workers, the preacher, the evangelist, the first lady of the church. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? You can't make everybody happy. They have to be happy within themselves. You will lose yourself. You will lose your mind. You will end up in a crazy home. You will end up somewhere lashing out. You will end up somewhere depressed and stressed out, trying to make other people happy. Man, you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know what they dealing with. You don't know what kind of internal issues they truly suffering from. And here you come trying to be the, the light of the party, as we used to call it back in the, back in the day, the light of the party. You trying to be the one that convinced everybody that, they got a way out and they should be happy. Everybody ain't going to be happy with who they is, and they ain't going to be happy with you, and they ain't going to be happy with their reality. It don't matter the size of the house. It don't matter the size of the bank account. You can give them that and some, and they still have something to complain about. That's because they lack selflessness. They lack synergy. They lack being able to hold themselves accountable, to pick themselves up, to put themselves in a position to make their own self happy and be fulfilled with what they do and how they feel about themselves. I know some people, man, it just seems like they always complaining about something, No matter what you tell them, what you give them, what you show them, where you take them, they always complaining about something. It's like, what now? What you complaining about now? You know what I mean? And if you're not careful, you're going to lose yourself by trying to, fit into their mind and trying to figure them out of what's causing them to lose sleep at night. Man, they got to figure that out. They got to figure out why they losing sleep at night. They got to figure out why they ain't happy with themselves. They got to figure out, why they made that choice or why they made that decision at the time to do what they did. They got to face that. They got to face that music. That ain't for you to endure. That ain't for you to suffer from. The choices and decisions of the next person, it's going to affect them. That's for them to deal with. That's for them to learn from. That ain't for you to try to fix. That ain't for you to try to reason with and stress out about. Some people truly think the world evolved around them, period. And this be grown people. It be kids too, but it be grown people, man. A lot of people out here is unhappy. They uncivilized. They uncaring. They not kind. They're not supportive. No matter what you give them, what you show them, where you take them, they're going to always suffer from a lack of self-esteem. They don't look cute enough. They not in shape. They not tall enough. They overweight. They don't qualify for the position. They're going to always find something to complain about. And I'm telling you, you better stay far away from these kind of people. They will cause you to lose everything. They will cause you to lose your peace of mind. All right? So I just wanted to drop this on y'all, man. Like, don't lose yourself trying to make other people happy. Don't do it, man. It's not worth it. Okay? So until next time, I love y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for everything, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all been rocking with me, man. We going strong over here, man. And I love y'all, man. I appreciate everything. You feel what I'm saying? But until next time, man, God bless y'all. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace out.